In today's video on astrology, Taurus, the second video, what motivates you and what drives you? Hey everyone, welcome to Astro Scoop. This is Jeff, the astrology coaching channel that does a deep dive into the planets and signs of the zodiac. And in today's video, we're going to talk about Taurus, what motivates and drives the bull. So Taurus, what is at the base of your personality? What drives and motivates you? So there's a couple main points for Taurus. And I mentioned this in my first video for Taurus, so please check that out. First thing is stability and security. Being a fixed earth sign, Taurus absolutely wants security and stability in their relationships and in their day-to-day lives. So of course, with Taurus being an earth sign, the basis is stability, practicality, and sensuality over all other themes. These are the main things in Taurian lives. And depending on if you're a Taurus and you've had your chart done, or you're an astrologer and you're a Taurus and you know your entire chart, you'll know that there are other indicators in your chart that you can tap into that are different, that can help move you along. But Taurus, probably more than any other sign, there are many gifts there in terms of patience and dependability. But it can also mean that Taurus people can get really, really stuck. So you want to find ways to kind of get yourself unstuck. And that's just a process for all of us. One motivation for Taurus is grasping and accumulating things or people. And this goes along with the potential possessive streak. So Taurus, when you're feeling secure, you're rock solid in relationships, loyal, dependable, salt of the earth. When you're feeling insecure, that's when some of those stronger qualities of the bull can come out and you can feel jealous. So there's a big lesson in your motivation to transform that and learn to let go at certain points in your life. On that note, here's a quick clip from my first Taurus video. Because Taurus's mantra is I have or I possess, Taurus people can also be known as being possessive. So if you're a Taurus or you know someone, the tendency to be a little jealous or possessive about things or people is prominent with certain Taurus personalities. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, and this denotes a yin and or a feminine mode of expression. Feminine meaning more introverted or reserved. So that's kind of the mode for Taurus. Taurus people are generally sociable, especially depending on what decanate you fall in. But that feminine mode and that quality of yin definitely causes Taurus to hold back in certain situations. Taurus, if you've had your natal chart done or your horoscope done, or you do it yourself, looking at your placement of Venus in your chart is very important because that's your ruler. And that will color and mitigate some of your Taurus tendencies depending on what sign is placed there. And of course that goes for every sign of the zodiac. For Aries, you want to look to your Mars placement. But I'll talk about those placements in a different video and we can go through that. Letting go of a relationship, a job, a career, an endeavor, when it's outlasted its potential and its freshness, is an important lesson for Taurus. Taurus is very, very strong and hangs in there, right? It's the bull, it's fixed earth. Taurus does not give up easily, but you need to learn to know when it's time to give something up or someone up. So learning to let go and developing a more expressive side of yourself, Taurus, is really important. And also developing a coping mechanism or a method to change and adapt when the time is necessary. So your sign before you is Aries, which is all about action. And then the sign after you, which I'll be talking about in a future video, is Gemini, which is all about change. So the signs, there are some teaching moments and before and after with the signs and the order of the zodiac. So Taurus is no exception, needs to find ways to adapt and maneuver with certain situations, and especially with situations that become outdated. So Taurus, two celebrities right in the middle of Taurus season are magnetic, curious, but also very tenacious. And the celeb female I picked for this decade is Mary Mouser, who plays the daughter of Daniel LaRusso on Cobra Kai, who's played by Ralph Macchio. And she's most famous for that role, in addition to a whole host of other TV roles and voiceover animation work she's done. But this young actress just turned 25, and she's really, really good in this series. And she shows a very pleasing Venusian quality in her role, but also learning to be tough. And it's interesting because her character is kind of easygoing, as most Taurians are, but she gets pushed and prodded a little bit, and then that brings out a little more of her deeper Taurus qualities, I think. So check that out. So the last decade of Taurus is Taurus Three, and these folks are probably the most interesting of all the Taurus decanates, and this kind of leads into getting closer to the Taurus-Gemini cusp. But these folks are much more fun-loving and adventurous than some of the early Taurus people. So they still have a sense of wanting security and stability, but they look for fun, and they look for a little more for adventure. Now, the celebrity example I picked, this was really hard. There were so many good examples in this week of celebrities, actors, actresses, musicians. But one person I thought of that's really, really natural is Stevie Wonder. So, of course, his backstory is amazing. But for people of all generations, if you listen to his music, there's something just so easy and natural and authentic about his songwriting, about his music, and the way he adapts with his deficiencies and still creates an amazing product. Stevie Wonder is quite amazing. And some of his funkier tunes really display that earthy sensuality and that sensation quality with Taurus. So he's got some interesting songs. Check them out. Of course, all Taurus people can be rock solid when they're feeling secure, and maybe if they're feeling insecure, can be a little possessive and just feeling kind of down. But any and all Taurus people, you can transform that with your beautiful Venusian qualities, with your charm, your loyalty, your dependability, your warmth, your affectionate nature. Those are all things that you can transform some of your lower drives into. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and talking about Taurus and what makes you tick and the motivations behind the bull. This is Jeff, Astro Scoop. Stay here and get the real scoop on astrology. Let's dig into it. And as always, until the next one, stay safe and be yourself.